What year and what was your age when you first began your career in law enforcement?
I became a police officer in 1988 at the ripe old age of 28 years old.
Where did you attend the police academy?
I attended the Bergen County Police Academy in Mawa.
What shifts did you work during your 25 years on the job?
What shifts didn't I work? I worked 8 to 4. I worked 4 to 12, midnight to 8, 8 at night to 4 in the morning. Pretty much every shift.
Was it hard at times being away from the family?
It was always hard at times being away from the family, especially when you had to work on holidays, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving, birthdays, and you couldn't get the day off because you committed to what you signed up for.
What was your scariest moment on the job?
Scariest moment, probably rolling around with someone who was looking to commit suicide. He had a knife inches from my face.
What was the hardest thing you had to do?
Hardest, there's a lot of hard things to do. Probably the hardest thing is to see an infant dying. I had an incident where a 3-year-old child fell out of the fourth floor window. That kind of stuck with me for a while.
What did you do to get over that?
Back in the day, what you did is you didn't speak to a doctor, you didn't have medical staff as they do today. Back in the day, you had your coworkers say, "Come on, take you out for a drink," and that's the way they did it back in those days.
Did you ever have to draw your weapon?
On a few occasions, I try to refrain from doing it. The only time there's a saying, if you're going to pull your gun out, pull it out in case you need it. And I pulled it out on occasions where I was kind of outnumbered. Thank God I never had to use it.
What was your proudest moment as a police officer?
Proudest moment, there's a lot of proud moments when you help somebody out and they thank you and, you know, solving the crime, becoming officer of the month, becoming officer of the year.
If you had to do it all over again, would you?
The way the world has changed, I question it. Back in those days, law enforcement was a different ball game the way it is today. Today, you're under the microscope for everything you do.
Do you have any regrets in the time you were an officer?
Regrets, just being away from home. In the beginning, I kind of questioned if I was cut out for law enforcement. It wasn't something I kind of wanted to be. I was just kind of thrown into it.
And what kind of schooling did you go through?
Let's see. Obviously, you had your basic police academy. Was assigned to narcotics. When I was assigned to narcotics, I went to Top Gun School. Top Gun School is a drug enforcement class that you go with the prosecutor, and it's a week-long course. Sorry, 2-week-long course where you go from an actual simulated drug buy to surveillance to an entry into a building. Then I went to the New York City's version of Top Gun, which is called HIDA, and that's high intensity drug trafficking area. I went to a basic course at John Jay for 2 weeks. Then I went to an advanced course over in Brooklyn. I went to DEA school for what's called finding hidden compartments in vehicles and homes. That's as far as narcotics portion of it. I was assigned to the Detective Bureau, where I went to school for interview and interrogation, basic criminal investigation, fingerprint identification. That's the few that come to mind. I was also assigned as a school resource officer, where I went down to Florida to be a certified school resource officer. I was down there for a week. While a school resource officer, I was also a certified DARE instructor, and also as well as schooling that we had in-house schooling, mandatory classes you have to have.
All right, last but not least, why did you retire?
Why did I retire? Well, I did my 25 years. the way things are going in the world today, police work, and you see it on the news every day, you know, what's going on. Between that, the politics involved. Um, and then I came down with health issues where I came down with cancer uh, 4 years ago. That kind of contributed me to, you know, maybe it's time to just to hang it up, you know, spend more time at home.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.